what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Hey, man, I did an NBA Live on Tuesday. One of the subs brought this up, and this is a good subject. He said PBC puts on another 98 predominantly % non-black card during Black History Month. Now, you see, I started talking about Tank, and then everybody else started kind of airing out Tank. Y'all see that? You know, I've been doing the Tank videos, airing Tank out, and I don't even care for Keyshawn Davis. But like I said, I ain't really biased when it comes to that. I'm about just seeing the best fight the best, right? Now you got everybody making videos about how Tank ducked and all this stuff. Nigga, I've been doing that the last few weeks on his helmet. But I appreciate everybody getting on the freight train and airing out Tank. That's what we need. But let's not, and I ain't no boastful, cocky motherfucker for real. Let's not act like I ain't been airing that motherfucker out, especially the last couple weeks. I've been airing them out. You know, first y'all was all on this, and it ain't even about him fighting Lamont Roach or nothing like that, because a lot of niggas was justifying that shit. I've been on Dog Helmet. So let's not act like I ain't to get the ball rolling on Stanky Tanky. Alright? But nonetheless, February 1st, they doing David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Alright? So, I don't know where Cubans stand on the melanated scale. Now, according to Brother Tom Bennett, Sports and Entertainment, I support them. They fuck with us. I don't know. I work with a bunch of Cubans. I work at a facility with a bunch of them. I don't really know. So, I mean, two different departments. I mind my business. But the women are beautiful. I see one. She don't speak no English. Mine come a little bit darker than me, cold-blooded. But, so let's just say David Morrell and Stephen Fulton are the two brothers on the card. Other than that, Benavidez, Isaac Cruz, Ferrerio, Fulton, not Fulton, but Figueroa, Ramos, Rosario, I think Rosario on the card. Like, it's predominantly Spanish card during Black History Month. And Haymon and PBC was never a black-run company. And one of the things that Adonis taught me, he said, you never let people know that your company is black-owned. One of the reasons you never run, well, a few reasons you don't run a predominantly a business towards black people. One of the reasons you don't do that because eventually, you know, they gonna want to buy you out. You know, and if you don't sell, then you don't end up in the upper room or in some type of scandal. Like, remember the dude from Power, the little nigga from Power that got groped by old girl on that stream? He said that he got mad that with Swiss Beats and Timberland sold verses. You ain't got no choice. Get down or lay down, or get put in the ground, or get put in the penitentiary. So that's just one of the many reasons why you don't do that. You just keep it on the low. Remember, for years, a black man owned Metro PCS. People forget that. For years, a black man owned Metro PCS. Then he sold it to T-Mobile. You got no choice. We got to build it and sell it, or we going to build it, and they going to take it. That's just the way American work. That's when I hear people like Anton Daniels say ain't no oppression in America. That's a goddamn lie. That's a lie. So, but like I said before, Al Haymon don't give a hell about black people, bro. He put on a black versus black card, and he put a whole bunch of Hispanics on the undercard. And that's how they be rocking in boxing. If his whole Hispanic thing sold in boxing so much, why doesn't that reflect in the top 10 highest grossing fights? And even if you throw Mike Tyson and Jake Paul in there, it wasn't a Spanish guy in sight for that fight. As far as the main event. If Ramos and Barrios didn't fight on the card, you know, it wouldn't have mattered. It still would have did numbers. So they sit here and they sell you that, you know, they sell you that. But people ain't buying it. All the top fights, top 10 grossing fights, pay-per-view wise, have involved, except for like one of them, it was Triple G and Canelo. I think they all involved a black American fighter. FBA. So, you know, Al gonna keep the Mexicans working. Maybe because Eastside Cruz on the card, I think I said him. You know, but you know, not to put more brothers on the undercard. A lot of people got a problem with that behind the scenes. How he sit here and he put all these, he makes sure these Hispanic guys stay, you know, working. But what happened to Jamil Charlo? We still ain't heard nothing about Earl Spence and Fondora. You know? What happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to them? Seriously, what happened to them? You know, and maybe, you know, it just may be an overhead thing where they just too expensive to put on the undercards. But you put on an all Spanish, basically a predominantly Spanish card, only FBA guy Stephen Fulton there. You put an all Spanish card on in Black History Month. But we don't know the plans for the Charlos and the Gary Russells and some of the other black fighters. We don't know their plans. They could probably be on the Fondora Errol Spence card. But when the last time you seen a predominantly black undercard for PBC? A lot of these Mexicans can come and go as they please. They can come and go as they please. They can go fuck with Eddie for a minute, Oscar, ESPN. You know? But black fighters, hell no. I bet their fee is probably double, allegedly, to be able to fight on another network compared to non-black fighters. And that's why people keep continuing to support businesses or companies based on identity. Oh, he black, I'm black. I told y'all, the black people that's making money, they a whole different type of race than the average black person. Even if they came from the ghetto, they not in the ghetto no more. They ain't in the hood. They ain't in the struggle no more. That's why when you see these ninjas leave the hood, you know what I'm saying? They start talking different, of course. Of course, I'm going to vote for the person who will give me a tax break. Of course, I'm going to leave out the neighborhood because if I build a nice house in the hood, I ain't going to do nothing but hit a lick and try to kill me. You know? But Al, you know, people starting to wake up to what Al is all about. Started to be like, damn, you know, Al on that bull job. And I just find that highly disrespectful. I find it highly disrespectful. That you keep doing it. Don't keep these black fighters. I bet if somebody did a poll, he keep them, makes non-black fighters more active than the black fighters. The face is black, but the insides is Hispanic and white. It's a fucking warrior. You know? So, I forget the name of my sub that pointed that out. Otherwise, I never would have paid attention to it. I never would have paid attention to it if he didn't bring it up. But it's just so normalized now with them. You couldn't even fill out the undercard with some brothers. There's a bunch of brothers that, you know, you got over your stable that we ain't seen in a while. Andrade, all three of the Charlo brothers. I mean, the Russell brothers, the Charlo brothers. I don't know if Robert Easter Jr. ever gonna come back and fight again. Frank Martin. When is he gonna see him again? Or Dennis Bugas, will he continue to fight? You know, he catch my drift. You know, where's Erickson Lubin? I know he had an injury. You know? So, it is what it is. You know, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Appreciate you hitting notifications. You go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Don't forget, check out the Patreon. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.